Well, from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m., I'm literally the airline's little bitch.
That part.
Sweating like a hoe in church.
Sweating like a sinner in church, honey.
I got a hoe. That's the word. I'm like, Boston. It's cold as fuck. Boston. It's expensive as fuck.
Yes.
Boston. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm saying it's white as fuck. I love white people. But what was my intro? Oh, welcome to my delusional world where I already have 100,000 subscribers. And everything that I want and everything that I desire is already mine, okay? And right now with me, I have my fellow flight attendant. You guys, I've been telling you that I've been a flight attendant, and we're going to talk about it.
Let's do it.
This is my friend Kari. He is such a sweetheart. We did training together, and we're almost going on a year, and it's been a time.
A hell of a time.
What was your first impression when I told you that this YouTube is all about delusion and I live in a delusional state of mind?
For me personally, it sounds more like delusional is kind of adjacent with manifesting. I am an avid manifester. I absolutely want to go mainline.
What is mainline? So people who don't know.
So mainline is different. So we work for a regional airline, and regional airlines have destinations within one specific region of a country. And mainline flies all over the country and international flights. So I have been manifesting my mainline fantasy. Honey, I'm doing a trash service with a car. I'm saying flight attendants prepare doors, even though there's two of us, honey. Whatever mainline is, honey, I want it. I want to be it.
Period. Yeah, so you fucking with it?
I'm all the way with it. Honey, I feel like I am it. No. In my delusional world.
Period. And your delusional world? Oh, yeah, tell me about your delusional world.
I have my own fashion brand, honey.
Ooh.
It's an up-and-coming brand. It is Kari Jamal Brown. I'm talking people are coming onto the flights and working, and they're sitting in our first class seats, and they're putting their Kari Jamal Brown bag up in the overhead bin.
On mainline.
There you go. In my delusional world, I wouldn't be a flight attendant. I took up being a flight attendant because I wanted to travel so bad, and I could just never afford to do so. In my delusional world, I'm flying on a private jet.
Period.
I'm traveling to places that I've already been to.
You traveling to places you already been to?
Already been to, because I already have been traveled. I'm already worldly.
Oh, honey, he's deep in the delusion. I love it. We're out eating in Charleston. This is our layover, actually. So we have a 3-day trip, and it's been interesting.
Girl.
But good, because we haven't had any delays. We haven't had any IROPs. We haven't had any cancellations. Like, life is great.
Pilots got rerouted, but not us.
I know. Our captain did. And this is really great because this is everything is going as planned, and I'm on the trip. Because when I'm on the trip, tell them about
Angie is ear-rob magnetized. Everything that could happen on a trip with Kanji happens on a trip. She has seen some of the most strangest ear-robs I've ever seen. I'm talking like 3-hour Ubers and Lyfts. I'm like, I have been with the company for a year now. I have never had to take a company-issued Lyft anywhere. So I'm like, that's odd. And then the stuff that they have her doing, honey, she's working ferry flight. Never had a ferry flight yet. She's working ferry flights, honey. I'm like, at this point, I'm surprised they haven't had her in the cockpit flying a damn plane.
Honey, but I mean, I feel like I give Captain energy. I feel like I give Captain energy.
Oh, honey, when I tell you she was moving them pilots around today, honey. She was getting them together. When I tell you she was being proactive, she called me from the front of the plane. She said, yeah, it might be time for you to go ahead and call that shuttle. And did.
Because yesterday we waited like an hour for the shuttle.
We were outside waiting for an hour, and our captain decided to call for a shuttle after 45 minutes of standing outside. And I'm sitting there with my portable fan in my face like this because I'm hot.
Girl, I'm like, what you finna do?
And mind you, after the 45 minutes, that's when he decides to call. Kenji had already called 20 minutes prior to that.
And was about to call again. Like, oh my goodness. It's crazy. But other than that, this 3-day trip has been amazing. This is day 2. And after we eat, we finna go out and have a time, okay? Right, we're gonna go dancing. So we're gonna like go and have daiquiris, and then we're gonna.
I'm trying to see
some ass.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go to Dudley's because I'm like, if they.
Is that gay bar or gay club?
Yes, gay club.
Come on, I love me a gay club. I love the gays, honey. What?
I'm like, the music was pretty good last time, so I'm like, honey, even if they're not having a drag show tonight, honey, it still seems like it's a vibe.
Because, okay, this is my first layover where I'm actually going out with the crew. That's not even the full crew.
You haven't even gone?
Okay, I'm lying. I went out one time with the crew, and that was because we had an
Oh,
emergency.
yeah. See, you're right.
Erupt. And we needed a debrief, like drinks for debriefing. Like it was crazy. Like, what happened? Did I tell you the story?
Yes.
Look, we're on the plane. And we're actually about to land, right? Me and my flight attendant, we're in the back. We're kikiing up, talking. You know, we already prepared the cabin. Everything's good. The whole flight was cool. I'm talking to my other flight attendant. And out of like nowhere, we turn our heads right and we see smoke in the cabin. And when I mean, I like froze just for like a second. And I turned my head and I looked at my flight attendant and she was like, and we both went to like grab that phone, honey. It was like whoever could grab it first. She ended up grabbing it first. And no, actually before we can, so we were on the like verge of grabbing it, but the captain had already called.
Ooh.
He was calling us. He said on the phone, he was like, hey, do y'all see smoke in the cabin? And we're like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, and then I turned, I was like, to my other flight attendant, the smoke was gone. The smoke, y'all, I can't even make this up. It was like literally, it was there for like 10 seconds and it was so like potent. It was like everywhere. And then legit, like in the time frame of us talking to the captain and him trying to tell us like what to do, it was gone. And so she told him, she was like, actually, psych. Like the smoke was gone. And he was like, really? Like, you know, because he was saying that they actually had smoke in the cockpit for a little bit. Yeah, so that's why they already, he called and said, do y'all see smoke? Because they had some stuff going on in the cockpit.
And y'all, I'm just surprised because I only got like one voice message, so I didn't hear the full story with all the details.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were going through something up there and they just came back and like told us. And that's what actually happens on flights, guys. You don't know what's going on in the cockpit. Like, if they can figure it out without contacting us and like letting us know, good. Like, do your job, you know?
We would never know.
But it got to a point where he had to like check up on us and like see like, this one wants to like hang all low. Like, girl, go somewhere. All right. Like, she want to be seen. Like, why are you trying to take over? Stay in line. But yeah. So when we told him the smoke was gone, he was like, okay, well, because again, I told you guys we were about to land. So he was like, we're about to land. So is everybody good for us to land? We're like, yeah, they're in the seats. Like, we've already prepared. Like, let's land this plane. And he's like, okay. ATC gave us a clear to land, but once we land, we're not going to go to the gate. We're going to wait on the tarmac for the ambulance to come and check it out, honey. And not the ambulance, the fire truck. Mm-hmm. So we landed. Everything was fine. Ambulance came. Why keep saying ambulance? Fire truck. People came. What are they called? Firefighters. Firefighters came on board and they're like asking us questions, like, and they're looking around. They're like, "You see smoke, blah blah." We're like, "No, man. I don't know what happened. Like, God just loves us. Like, we're blessed."
And that's a pretty rare occurrence because when you're in a plane, it is like airtight. So like everything is sealed in there.
Mm-hmm.
So like the fact that it was smoke in the cabin and it was that you can visibly see it, it was that thick, and then for it to just dissipate, maybe that's like unheard of. I
was so confused. I'm like, why even bother? Smoke? Like, why? You want to make it America?
But
what?
You want to know what? One thing I always say about Kenji is that somehow, some way, the universe, it'll put her in some crazy situation, but the universe will always have her back. I don't know what it is. And it could be some of the most strangest situations, just like this whole crash pad situation.
I know. Oh my goodness.
And how it worked out for her in 5 days.
We should talk about that. So, him and I did training together, right? But we ended up going to different bases. His base was Boston and my base was DC. However, I've been on reserve life in DC and it's been a time. What is the reserve? Corey, take it over because I don't even want to say the word. It makes my stomach hurt.
So a reserve flight attendant, all flight attendants when they first start off are on reserve. A reserve flight attendant has specific days of the month blocked off and it isn't guaranteed trips. What it is basically they have you blocked off for a specific time, let's say 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And that's the time frame where they can contact you and schedule you for a trip.
The devil.
And you're basically on call. Think about it that way. Reserve kind of equals on call. And they can call you for a flight Even if it's like 7 p.m. at night, they can call you for a flight and then have you work a flight from like 9 to 11 at night. So it's basically just a time frame where you need to be available and you have to be at the airport within 2 hours of when they call, and ready and in uniform, ready to work the flight.
So that means you don't want to be on reserve. But everybody starts off on reserve, like you said. So I'm what, 9, 10 months in? 10 months.
Yeah.
10 months in, still on reserve. Homeboy is in Boston living his life with a line.
Hello?
Now, what is the line? What is a flight attendant who has a line?
Yes, so a flight attendant with a line, as opposed to somebody on reserve, a flight attendant with a line will have a set schedule for the month. So they'll be able to see, and this is with guaranteed flying. So a month prior, they'll be able to see all of their trips that they're working for the entire month, and they're not on call. So they don't have to be at the airport within a 2-hour time frame. They know all the trips that they're taking when the month that comes around.
Yeah, so I'm feeling a little jelly. Like, we started at the same time. Like, baby, he knows when he is working and when he is not. Me, I'm just, well, from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m., I'm literally the airline's little bitch.
That part.
For real, no? Am I lying?
Really?
Where was the lie?
Nowhere.
Because, so at this point, I'm like, baby, you got to make a change. You got to make a change. And he was literally telling us, like, months ago, like, come to Boston, you'll get a line. But I'm like, Boston? It's cold as fuck. Boston is expensive as fuck.
Yes.
Boston, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm saying it's white as fuck. I love white people, but yeah,
Very much is. And I'm only used to Boston because I grew up in that area. So I've lived in Massachusetts my entire life, so I'm used to paying Massachusetts tax. I'm used to like the extreme amount of prices that we pay for groceries and whatnot. I'm just used to it because that's just how I've grown up. And I've also kind of grown up in a lot of predominantly white spaces, even in my college. So I was kind of used to it and cold weather. And maybe I get hot, so I don't know if I literally sweat so easily, honey. I'm like, I need to be somewhere cold. I'm sitting here and you were sitting there waiting for the damn shut. I'm over there sweating.
Sweating like a hoe in church.
Sweating like a sinner in church, honey.
I got a hoe. That's the word. I knew it was something. Not close. Honey. Yeah, so he convinced me. And I put my transfer in because also, you can't just be like, oh yeah, I want to just get up and go to Boston. You have to put a transfer in. That takes about, what, a month? How long was it?
Yeah, I would say like, I would say a month.
Yeah.
Because like, you can put the transfer in like halfway through the month and then you don't find out until, so maybe like half a month.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks. Maybe.
So if you make a decision and if you get awarded that,
Exactly.
it's done. Like, no, like, oh, actually, I changed my mind. No,
Yeah.
baby.
It's
going
done. That's where you're going. That's where the company will send you and all of your trips will be based out of.
for a whole month.
Yeah, and our friend, she put her transfer in. She had it in for Newark. She was based in Columbus. Had it in the entire time, and the company awarded her. She forgot to erase it. The company awarded her Newark, and she got sent to Newark for a month. Had to get a crash pad, even though she had already gotten an apartment in Columbus. Sent her to Newark, and all of her trips were based out of Newark, and so she had to be there for a month. And then had to see if she can get her transfer back to her original base where her apartment was.
That's crazy, no? But this is just the tip of the iceberg of what we go through. Like, we didn't even actually get into the sauce.
Wow.
We didn't get into the tea. This is delicious, by the way. Can y'all not tell? I
sure
tore
is.
it up. He
That
eat like a
fish-
bird. He don't eat all his food.
I do. But it was so good.
It was
honey.
delicious. She's winning. Oh, but speaking of horoscopes, so you said Sagittarius are the luckiest signs? Well, baby, I'm a Sagittarius rising. Did you know that?
No. But what's your
I'm
moon?
Aquarius.
So your son is Aquarius.
My sun is Aquarius, my moon is in Capricorn, and my rising is Sagittarius.
That
why
makes no sense.
we were in training. What did we have to do? I can't remember. Like, we had to answer questions, and it was kind of like a personality type of thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was like a personality thing. So if you fill it in, then you have to like add all the numbers up,
Oh,
and then you like
yeah.
put in like a box basically.
Yeah.
And the box that he was in, I think it was just you, right?
Yeah.
And within the box, they went over and said, okay, typically Sagittarius
Sagittarius?
people are like that.
Yeah.
It was literally only card.
It
And
was,
I was like,
it was like a personality based
Yes,
thing.
that's what it
And
was.
then it was kind of like a graph. And so each of us were a dot on the graph. And based off of the questions we answered, we were either higher or lower on the graph. And when I tell you, because based off of my like personality, I'm like outgoing. I was like, all of the
Very
cluster was
outgoing.
down here. My ass was all the way up here.
He was so high up. I'm like, dang.
It was like personality, like, do you walk up to people? Are you a person that starts conversations or kind of prefers somebody else to start? I'm like, I start the conversation out of
Easy.
nowhere. So I was all the way up here. Everybody down here.
All of us. Like,
And she says, oh yeah, people in this rank tend to be more Sagittarius. I was like,
it makes sense. And it's crazy though. It's so crazy. Before I knew I was a Sagittarius rising, I always loved Sagittarius people. So my best friend, both my best friends, Sagittarius. My partner, Sagittarius.
Yep.
Like I love all guys and girls. Like I love y'all energy. So and then I'm also part of it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and because I think they say actually your rising is what people perceive you as.
yes.
Right? So your sun is what you come here to be, to
Yes.
embody. So I'm supposed to embody Aquarius energy. And I am, she
Yeah.
is.
And your rising is how you are perceived. And then
Yeah.
your moon is kind of like who you are behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I love that. Because
Yeah.
I'm a Sagittarius sun and moon, so
Really?
I really am. So I'm like kind of like
Oh,
what you
wow.
see is really what you
Seriously?
get. Like
Oh,
this
I
is
love
this is
that.
it. And then rising is Taurus.
Rising is Taurus. Okay,
Which-
I can get that, which is because it's Taurus like so Taurus can be like either hothead or like mellow.
They're like headstrong, but they're very ambitious.
okay.
So like the way people come, like the way I kind of come off to people is very like ambitious, like goal oriented, like kind of like focused.
He's very focused. When I meet and I tell y'all, like without him, I promise you, I don't think I would have really succeeded in this job. He gives us tutorials. So we're in a group chat.
Yeah.
Me and three other us and two other flight attendants who may or may not get on the channel.
Oh, I would love that.
Could you imagine a video with us four?
Oh, honey.
Talia and Sierra, because that's our like our little group.
that's our
Like that was
group.
our thing, and we literally like held each other down throughout this entire experience because
Truly.
it is such a life changing like career. Like it's
Especially when you go from like for me personally, I've taken like a handful amount of flights before this. Like when you go from like working a stationary job behind a desk to now you're front facing and you're all over the damn world. Like honey, you are in hotel rooms across the country, places you've never been before.
no for real.
It's a lot.
Let's talk about the perks of the job before we go
Yes.
into the cons. What other than like being in different cities, what other perks would you say that you like about being a flight attendant?
I think I guess I like the fact that we have the ability. I think like it's taught me how small the world is. Like we have the ability to go where we want to and fly where we want to when not I don't say when we want to because we're still kind of slaves to the company in terms of our free time.
Honey.
But I kind of learned a lot about myself in this process. Like when I told Kendra the other day, I was like, I am a forever late person outside of this job. This job has grown me into being somebody that, okay, you got like every second, every minute in this industry counts.
Yes.
Like you cannot be late by a minute.
Not even a minute, for real.
And-
I can piggyback off of that,
Yeah.
legit, because like even like, not only am I like never late, always on time. Even if I know I'm going to be late, before I'm just like, especially when I'm going to hang out with my friends, I'm just like, all right, I'll get there when I get there, or I'll tell them like him and I, we said that we're going to meet up at 4:00, right? Honey, I knew I needed an extra 15, and now being a flight attendant, I'm like, I have to let him know that because before I would be like, okay, what's 15 minutes?
That's 15 minutes. Baby, that's CP time.
Exactly. It's CP time easy. So what we talking
I'm like,
about?
what's 15 minutes?
No, for real.
But, like truly, like, cause even, yeah, it's just taught me, like, it has definitely like matured me in a lot of different ways, like for sure. I think that's one of the biggest perks because it's definitely shaped me, and then it's also kind of taught me to like become more myself. I became more myself outside of this job. Like before this job, I had a job behind the desk where I was I wasn't like as out there as I was as I am now.
Okay.
Just I feel like I.
What do you mean as out there? Like you weren't as vocal?
No, absolutely not. So like
Okay.
the job I was working for was in medical. So it was just kind of like it was more appreciated if you were more submissive in terms like in that kind of space. It was a lot of it like I just felt like I had to dilute my personality, and I kind of brought that energy into this job. And like just like being friends with people like Talia, like people like Kanji, I just love that. And it's like
Yeah.
and mind you, I'm growing up in Boston. Like code switching is kind of survival.
What is code switching for people who don't know?
Yeah, code switching. Code switching is essentially when black people, I'm gonna say black people or people of color, have to kind of switch their dialect, their way of talking, their way of speech, kind of their inflections in order to adapt and accommodate
That's good.
white spaces white spaces.
That was a very good like
description.
Yeah.
So I've had to do that a lot, especially being in predominantly white spaces. But in this job, I've learned like we're flying all over the world. We're getting such like a different amount of people, like just like a melting pot of different cultures and people, and we're meeting all of them. So I'm like, maybe why can't I be myself if we have all of these different people? I'm not surrounded by the same white people that I had back at home.
Right. And I will say, I literally just told you, I was like, Kari, you were really like growing and like expanding as far as like your personality and just like who you are. Because like the Kari I met a year ago is not the Kari like that's sitting right next to me. And what I mean,
I have a point about code switching.
Okay.
When me and Kanji first met, and I keep telling her this, I cannot believe
How
would I tell her this story. We met on the first day of training, before even classes even started. We were at the same fitting. At the fitting.
Oh my God.
Before classes even started, we were at the fitting for the uniforms because they fit you for your uniforms first so that they can have them ordered. And by the 4th week of training, they'll be in for you to wear them for graduation. So we were sitting there, and we're sitting there in the waiting area, kind of waiting to get fitted for our uniforms. And I look over it, and when I tell you, code switching doesn't even come close to what I saw from Kanji. Kanji had her hair up, legs folded, honey. I was like, oh, baby, she comes from money. I was like, honey, she's doing this because daddy cut her off. I love it.
She was ready.
She was ready. Because mind you, a lot of people, like if you ever become a flight attendant, if you go into training, treat training like it is a 4 to 6 week interview. The entire time they are watching and observing your interactions with each other, how you handle challenges and situations. They're watching it all. So when I tell you this one showed up like she was like, honey, the job was already hers. When I talk in delusion, honey, baby, she was already a flight attendant. She was just letting us know that she just comes here from time to time just to check and see what the competition is.
I love that. No, for real. I was, yes. But also
energy.
you. Also, no. Okay, code switching. No, also you. Because let me tell you, I had when I first met Kari, okay, so that was our first time seeing each other.
Yeah.
But as training started off, right? So like we're all getting to know each other. It's all the beginning. Everybody's like, quite nervous and like anxious because we don't really know what's about to happen. And I remember like talking with him because in the morning we got breakfast and we would like sit down and we'll eat and everything like that. And we're like, small talk, right? Because we don't know each other yet. So we're not really trying to give anything. And honey, the energy he was giving, it was literally giving like, honey, I know what I'm doing. Like he's prepared everything. When I mean, he was saying, yeah, you have to do this, you have to do this. I'm like, we have to do what? Like certain modules and stuff. Like he's just on top of everything. And I wouldn't even really call that like a code switch. I would just call it like you're just genuinely, authentically just prepared. Like I think that's your personality. Like he's really about his business. Like, of course he's a manager at the crash pad. He was only there for what, like a month?
Yeah.
And became manager. They didn't even have a manager before he came. Like Kari you want him on your team, like legit. I'm reading the book Think and Grow Rich, and like there is a chapter where they talk about masterminds. Baby, he's in my mastermind because when I mean he has the mind of a master that's gonna get shit done, delusional. But there you go. But for real, like I love it. Like he is like top notch. So when he says he's gonna go mainline, which airline? Because let's really get delusional about it. Let's get real.
So I'm ranking the 3. There's 3 major airlines within the United States.
Okay.
Delta, American, and United.
Okay.
That is the exact order in which I would want.
I was about to say, which one you want first?
Delta, American, and then United.
Okay.
Now, Delta and American are kind of tied. For a long time, I really wanted American, only because I just liked the culture surrounded with American. But Delta, I was more afraid of Delta. That's what I'll say. Delta,
Really afraid? Why?
I was afraid because all of their flight attendants just looked so top notch. It felt like the kind of like, if we're talking like colleges, it felt like the Harvard of airlines. And I was like, I just felt like I couldn't get it.
Oh no.
So I was afraid of it for the longest time. And I was like, I don't want it because they don't want me. And so for the longest time I was like, yeah, I'm like, oh, American's the way to go. But let me tell you, honey, I'm gonna keep trying for Delta. And Delta's at the top of the list because I'm like, why don't I belong in that space?
Yeah,
you know?
well, why are you sabotaging yourself? You 100% belong in that space. When I mean he is Delta all the way. Clock it.
Brand.
Honey. Bam.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's giving Delta for sure. And yeah, if you guys are looking to be a Delta flight attendant, he's already that. So, just send him some questions because he already knows because it's already happening.
And I'm gonna let you know.
I want to say one of the things that I've learned about being a flight attendant, because I'm trying to say some good stuff,
Yeah.
because, honey,
Oh, yeah.
one thing that I've learned and I really, really appreciate of like being a flight attendant is the discipline that I've learned.
Oh, yes.
Like, yes, you have to be on time, but like there's so many different things that's involved in being like a flight attendant. You're disciplined. Like when we're out and we have like these long layovers, you have to make sure that you are up and ready for the van time, like at the actual time. When you're out and you're having fun with your friends and you're drinking on your layovers, you cannot drink. You can't drink at a certain time. Like you have to stop drinking 12 hours prior?
12 hours prior.
Yeah. So you have to be disciplined in what you're doing. So if you know you want to go out and you want to have fun, like it's a Saturday night and we're going to go out. Right now it's 5:22, so we still got time, honey.
Mhm.
Our report time is not until 11 tomorrow, so we have time to do it. But it disciplined me so much. Like,
I think it's also what's really interesting and like kind of a culture shock with this job too is that everybody is watching you. I didn't realize
Yes.
how much people look at flight attendants, not just on the flight, but just in the airport. You walk through the airport with your crew, all eyes are on you.
Yeah.
They are watching you. You're sitting at the gate, you're having us sitting here talking like this. They got their ear out listening to what we're talking about.
Everything.
And that's like one thing I had to get used to at this job.
yo, not only are the passengers watching, we also have ghost riders watching us. What is a ghost rider?
A ghost rider is a person who works for the company who is unannounced to the flight attendants or any of the working crew or anybody else on the flight. They're typically a already established flight attendant, so they know the protocols and everything. They fly as a passenger, kind of undercover, and essentially they watch the flight attendants. I want to say they evaluate. That's right. They evaluate the flight attendants and what they're doing and their routine and the service to make sure that they're doing what the company standard is.
Honey, so we have different types of ghost riders. So those are ghost riders and who else we have?
So we have ghost riders and then we have fast riders. And fast riders are, again, like flight attendants, but they announce themselves and they're basically watching. They're more specifically watching for your service habits, not technically your routine and safety protocols. They're watching for a service. They announce themselves, introduce themselves, and they watch you do your service. So they're kind of the ones to catch you like, hey, you didn't wash your hands before you started your service. Hey, you're not handing out napkins with the snacks, or hey, you started you started your service a different way than it was supposed to be done. Like B is supposed to bring the basket.
Honey, so he actually had a fast watching him. I haven't had any. I haven't had a ghost rider. I haven't had a fast person on there. But
And
he
the
actually
universe is still watching her. The universe is still watching her.
always.
Because I'm like, how would I get one? Yes, and it was odd because we picked him up in Cleveland of all places. You would think it would be like in headquarters base or somewhere or one of our bases.
Yeah.
Cleveland is not one of our bases
At all. That's
He just
really
hopped-
in
It was
Cleveland?
we had an
That's so
overnight in
odd.
Cleveland, and he joined us for the
didn't
first
realize
flight.
that.
It was in Cleveland,
Wow.
and he was like, "Oh, I'm just headed back to base." I was like, "What?"
And so I'm gonna just randomly just
Yep.
observe you.
And he did.
Wow.
Sure did.
That's crazy. I want to end it here and cut it off here, just with ending with all the good stuff.
There you go.
So I will definitely, most likely, for sure, love to have you back to add a part 2 to this, and we can discuss the cons of being a flight attendant because y'all just got the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's a lot.
There's a lot to crack into.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Corey, so much for joining me in my delusional world. And guys, stay delusional. Like, think big, think huge. Like, don't sabotage yourself. Like, just know that whatever you want, you can make it happen.
Maybe it's already yours.
Period. And it's all about mindset. So what you think is what you get.
Exactly.
What you think is what you get. What you think is what you get. Hey, what you think is what you get. And that's on period. So stay delusional, okay? Bye.
I ask myself, what am I doing here?